let's see, what will we need to get that? The first thing we're going to need is another one of these guys. And I'm going to go to sleep. Okay. So do I have this guy? Alright, I need a bucket of liquid XP. So let's get you. I can get liquid XP from this guy. So let's filter for this. So we're going to put you up there. We need to turn you off first. We need to break that. And you need to be a liquid XP whitelist. And now I can turn you back on so you won't get lava and you won't get water, which is what I want to avoid. So there we go. That's another storage block for liquid XP. So now that we have that, can we make blizz powder? Do we have any snowballs? We've got a few of them. We've got some snow as well. Okay, so blizz powder. So you can make that in a fluid transposer. Yeah, let's see if this works. To do that, you would need 200 milliblocks of XP or essence. That's open blocks. That's thermal. That's industrial foregoing. What are you calling? You're calling it liquid XP, so that must be the fluid that we use in this pack. Okay, so we want the first recipe then, liquid XP recipe. Snowball gives us blizz powder. So you can see it's saying 2 snowballs and 0.2 buckets of XP will give us blizz powder. So if we put that in the fluid transposer, we should be able to make blizz powder. So let's see if that's true. Well, obviously we don't have a bucket of XP right now, but let's go ahead and dump that in there. And now can we do that? Should be able to. This is a very slow process. We definitely want to upgrade this machine to the top tier. But let's just make sure it's actually, you know, working and whatnot. I mean, yeah, it seemed to work, right? So, yeah, you can see it putting in things in here. The only thing you have to watch out when doing any kind of auto crafting with this is that there is a stack size of 16 for snowballs, and you can't put more than 16 into a machine. And Refined Storage will try to dump the whole thing in there at once, as much as it can. And if it can't, it'll think the machine is broken or is invalid, and it won't try at all. So if you put an auto-crafting pattern that wants like 64 blizz powder, well, you can't get it. It will never make that. It will just sit there and do nothing. And I don't know why, but you have to, you know, be careful how much you request, because otherwise it just won't work. So, all right, but that definitely works, so we can definitely do that. We'll want to upgrade him to reinforced and be top tier. But other than that, that's pretty good for doing that. So we should import some liquid XP in the system. So why don't I borrow this guy for a minute. And let's find another importer. Alright, we'll take this guy. Debating where I'm going to put him. Would kind of be nice here, like in the corner right over here. And, I mean, it's right here, so that kind of works out. So let me put this guy here. I'll put the importer here. And I'll say I want to import fluids. And yep, he's losing levels. And now we are getting liquid XP in here. Cool. That's what I wanted to see. We're going to need a facade for chiseled stone. What else do we need? There's some stone down there. And then here's this guy. And we need What are you, Braid? That was the wrong guy. I want this guy. Now we need that cutting tool, which should be in my backpack. Here it is. Okay. So I want to take this guy and we'll cut him up into 6 covers. Let's go ahead and break you for a second. Oh, he needs to be a hollow cover. We have to make hollow ones. To do that, we're going to need 8, not 6. So we need to make another set of these guys. Where's my chisel? I need the chisel to turn something into the right kind. You that are wide bricks become... Why do I have wide bricks? Yeah, whatever. You become braid. There you are. Okay, so now that you're braid, we can cut you, not you. We can cut you up into 6 more of these guys. And now we can put you in a pattern like this and get some hollow covers. And now we will be able to put a hollow cover there and still do the import. I mean, he's full right now probably. Yeah, full enough anyway, but he will import. And now we can just keep this over here and dump our XP, you know, right there. So that means I can move a few things around. So I can put this book over here. I can move the trash can over here. There we go. Okay. So here's where he will live from now on, so he can export into the system. And at some point we will use a mob farm to get more experience, because what we have right now seems like a lot. It's not going to last very long at all. Alright, let's go ahead and dump some stuff into the system. And where does that leave us? Got a few things we don't really need, but that's fine. Okay, I want that marble back though. I think I want road. Yeah, road looks right. Okay, so now we are able to make blizz powder if we had snowballs and XP. We've got some XP, enough to last us for a while. Let's find out how we're going to make snowballs. We need to get a glacial precipitator. This will allow us to make ice type stuff. So let's make one of those guys. This is not going to be a processing pattern. It's going to be one of you guys. Okay. That ought to be pretty good. Let's chuck you in there. And actually, I want to make sure we have pistons on demand all the time. So let's go ahead and put that in one of our guys. Alright. Just keep 16 pistons on hand. You know what? That's actually quite a few pistons. I don't think we're going to need that many. Let's just do 8. Okay. There we go. Hey, sawmill kicks in because we need more wood because we use it for the pistons. Everything's going great. Alright, where does that leave us? We need this crafter guy. We don't need the fluid transposer. We still need that glacial precipitator. Did we make him or just put the pattern in? Just put the pattern in. There's no way I know of to get upgrades off of a machine. We can get the auxiliary off him, but we can't get the hardened guy back. He's a hard machine now. Which is, yeah, it's fine. Just dump him in there for now. And we'll get another hardened upgrade. Not a hardened jetpack. And we've got the auxiliary guy for him. And I want the glacial precipitator I just made. And there we go. So let's see here. I wonder if I should craft snowballs on demand for this or keep snowballs on hand. I think he'll be pretty fast, so I'm waiting towards just making snowballs on demand right now. You know what? Actually, that makes no sense because he can only make one type of thing. So we should keep a reserve in the system. Okay, that's what we'll do. We'll keep, I don't know, some amount in the system. I don't know how many, but we'll keep some amount. Probably a stack. What do I want then? I don't need this crafter for him. I need a detector. So let's get a detector. Alright, and now we need some conduits. We'll need you, and you, and you. Okay. And here's our precipitator. And here's our upgrades. So there we go. I want you to make snowballs. You can see you can also make packed ice and snow and the other kind of snow, but we want snowballs. So we do need water. So we're going to have to put water in him. So we're going to need a fluid filter. I got to say, the RS and EnderIO integration is awesome. I love it. Okay, you're going to always be active. You are going to be insert and extract from the bottom. You are going to export water from the system. Okay, there we go. And you can see he just makes it whenever he needs to. So let's turn that on high. And let's get that detector. Alright. So I don't think we're going to need like a lot of snowballs. So basically, I'm going to say if you have fewer than 64, keep crafting. And so right now you're not going to, but it's fine. Okay, so snowballs. If you have fewer than 64, I want you on. Otherwise, I don't. So there we go. That takes care of having snowballs in the system whenever we need them. Now we need a way to turn all this stuff into Cryo-Theum dust. And that is something we should be able to do now. And then we need to get a magma crucible to turn the Cryo-Theum dust into gelid Cryo-Theum. So I do want to do that as well. So let's get another one of you. And I want to make... What do we need? We need some Cryo-Theum dust. Okay. You need 2 blizz powder, a snowball, and some redstone. There we go. So now we should be able to make Cryo-Theum dust. Let's see if that's true. Can you make Cryo-Theum dust? It says you can. I want to get 3 of you. That way I know it'll have to craft something. Is it already done, really? There you go. You got 4 of them. I need to know that it crafted everything. Let's start from the beginning. Let's just get all of this stuff. So, yeah. He's taking care of this. And he should be dumping a little bit more in the system. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's good. Okay, so let's put snowballs back in here. And now let's get a magma crucible. This will turn our Cryo-Theum dust into gelid Cryo-Theum. We already know how to make those. Cool. So let's make one of you. And I'm going to need... Did we make a magma crucible at some point? When did we make one of those? I mean, I'm not seeing one anywhere. So why is there a pattern for one if we... Did I plan for one at some point and never make one? I'll make a pattern for I never used. Alright, whatever. I'll quit worrying about it. Alright, let's get a hardened upgrade and an auxiliary reception coil. There we go. That takes care of that. How much gold do we have now? 445. So, you know, pretty good with tripling, but, you know, we're still, even tripling, we have half of what we have on everything else. So, you know, gold is rare. We definitely need to keep working to get more gold. Alright, so where will that leave us? So, you are not going to be a crafter, are you? Or am I? Or is this dedicated to building gelid cryothium? I think it's dedicated to building gelid cryothium. So that's my plan right now, is to export cryothium dust into this guy. And then if we don't have enough gelid cryothium in the system, we will run him. So let's see how that ends up working out. Alright, let's see. Let's place you right here. We're going to need you, and you, and you. And here's our crucible, our upgrade, our other upgrade. So let's see here. You take items in and you export a fluid. Alright, that seems reasonable. So again, we're going to be an input export from the bottom. And we're only going to run when we're high. Alright, so where does that leave us over here? We want to... Actually, no, you are not anything for items. You don't doesn't need to worry about items. We only want to extract fluids. So we want to get an import filter. So it's another fluid filter. Although we don't have to filter it this time because we're importing. And we're just going to import whatever you have in here. So we can just put the filter in here and leave him blank. Alright, so now what I need to do is I need to export cryothium dust. So if I'm going to need a basic item filter now, and we will export cryothium dust. And when we do that, let's see, we need cryothium dust. Okay, so whatever's in the system will come in here. And I forget how much we have of it, but you know, whatever it is going to go in here. So we also need to auto-craft this stuff. So it needs to go into an importer. So let's get some cryothium dust. I want you here. Alright, so yeah, it's auto-crafting some stuff, which is fine. You can see he's going to need some upgrades. But it's fine. Okay. So if I recall correctly, I think realistically all I want is to keep one in you auto-crafted. Because every time you spend one, you're going to dump him in here. So I'll set it to 8, but I don't know that I expect him to get that, and I'm not going to get it very soon. But that's okay. He's got, you know, he's going to take all of it until he's full. So let's get that detector. And you're going to be a fluid detector. And if you are less than, say, 32 buckets of gelid cryothium, you are disabled right now. You don't, yeah, you don't have any way to go. I need a bucket of you for a minute, so let's go ahead and process you so I can get a bucket. There we go, a gelid cryothium bucket. So if you have less than that in the system, we're going to keep making you. Now, I will probably run out of stuff, but, you know, and this guy, I'm certain he can't keep up, but we'll see what happens. And now we need some way of importing this into the system. So to do that, let's, can I turn you off for a minute? Does it matter? It shouldn't matter, actually. Okay, let's put the floor back. You are not the floor, you are the wall. Put the floor back. And let's go set up that... This... No. Did I make one? Okay, I made one. I just didn't do anything with it yet. Okay, I've got my bucket. Got my brake tool. So, yeah, let's go ahead and make another one. So we're going to turn you off. We'll break you. You are going to be for gelid Cryo, and you're going to be a whitelist. And now you can be turned on. And you should be pulling in the gelid Cryo from that system. And, yeah, that should be everything we need except actually making the Cinnabar. Alright, that's a good wrapping up point for today's episode. Thanks for watching. There's something I was supposed to ask you to do. What was it? Oh, right, like and subscribe. So, you know, go do that. See you next time.